Fighters from the Art of War channel, this is Commander Robinson speaking. I am a retired Navy officer, and this is the Art of War channel, a vehicle for military, strategic, and geopolitical analysis done by professionals. So if you're just tuning in, give us a like, share, post on your Telegram groups, and anyone willing to support with a super sticker or super chat, you'll be helping our channel grow. We ask our English and American audiences watching us to post on their respective countries' media. With that said, today we'll talk about training, specifically training the Ukrainian army. Let's remember that the Ukrainian army is currently in its fourth version. Around the Battle of Mariupol, it was destroyed. Then again in Bakhmut, destroyed once more. During the highly publicized Ukrainian summer offensive, it was yet again destroyed once, and now it should be around its fourth version, and Ukraine is having a great difficulty in recruiting its forces. The West is investing with its coaches and technicians as much as it can. But we need to remember this: the Ukrainian army is even capable of training the individual soldier, although there is a lot of questioning about the quality of this soldier in terms of what he needs, what is expected of him. Now, given the time constraint, it would be difficult for the army to be able to form battalions with a certain interweaving, a capability to act collectively, let alone a brigade, because we know that it is not enough just to populate these military corps with soldiers. You need cadres, you need officers, sergeants, specialists, etc. And this is very difficult to train and also to effectively integrate this personnel. I remember Ukraine lost many of its officers and sergeants in that war. Now we have to remember two other wars that had similar characteristics: Afghanistan and Vietnam, where the Americans effectively trained their respective armies to act in accordance with their policies and interests. But what happens? Let's look at Afghanistan, which is the most recent example. In theory, the United States said they had an army, the government of Afghanistan, with hundreds of thousands of soldiers or tens of thousands, whatever. In theory, this existed. These personnel were in uniform, were getting their salaries, and supposedly trained for this. In practice, this army collapsed in less than a week. Why is that? Because there was no integration, no will to fight from this army. This is not the case with the Ukrainian army, many members of which fight with great courage, truly believing in what they are doing. But what happens? The numbers that NATO and Washington showcase, funded by the American taxpayer, they don't match reality. They are impressive figures and so on. But if a thorough analysis is conducted on them, we'll find that they don't reflect reality. The Ukrainian army today is not a well-prepared war machine for the harsh realities of NATO's war. They haven't had adequate time to effectively train their personnel. There are really good troop bodies there, drone operators, some in electronic warfare, artillery, etc. But it's very doubtful whether they have enough infantry coordinated in the volumes needed to resist Russia's steamroller. So in reality, Ukraine's figures are highly deceptive. This is the solid truth. You need 2.5 to 3 years to establish an integrated brigade, and Ukraine hasn't had that time. So what we see is a succession of delusions, and the Ukrainian people are the ones paying the price as they die by the thousands. It seems like Washington's strategists have forgotten the lessons of South Vietnam and Afghanistan.